Having more money doesn't always mean you can afford more. You might earn more dollars than you did several years ago, have more money in your bank account, or receive a raise at work, and still find that your money doesn't seem to go as far as it once did. That's where the concept of purchasing power comes in. Purchasing power is the amount of goods and services that your money can buy. Imagine you have $100. While the amount of money you have remains the same, the amount you can buy with it can change over time. If that $100 buys less than it did before, then its purchasing power has decreased. This is an important distinction. One reason purchasing power can decline is inflation. As the overall price level rises, each dollar generally buys a little less. You may still have the same number of dollars, but those dollars have less purchasing power than before. Purchasing power isn't only about inflation, though. Your income matters too. Suppose a worker earns $50,000 a year and then receives a $5,000 raise, bringing their annual salary to $55,000. On paper, that worker is now earning more money, but a higher salary doesn't necessarily mean they have more purchasing power. What matters is whether that increase in income is enough to keep up with rising prices. If the worker's income rises faster than the cost of their living expenses, their purchasing power can increase. Even though prices have risen, their income has risen enough to make up for those higher costs. But if their income doesn't keep up with rising prices, their purchasing power decreases. They may be earning more dollars than before, but those dollars won't go as far, and if their income falls while prices stay the same or continue rising, their purchasing power decreases even more. This introduces an important idea in economics: the difference between nominal and real values. A nominal amount is the number of dollars you see. If your salary increases from $50,000 to $55,000, your nominal income increased by $5,000. It measures the change in the dollar amount itself, without considering whether the cost of living has changed at the same time. A real value looks beyond the dollar amount and considers what that money can actually buy. That's why a larger paycheck doesn't automatically mean a higher standard of living. What matters is whether your income has gained or lost purchasing power. This can differ from one person to another, even when they have the same amount of money. Imagine two people who each earn $60,000 a year. One lives in an area where housing, transportation, services, and other expenses are relatively inexpensive, while the other resides in an area where those same expenses cost much more. The same $60,000 has greater purchasing power in the lower-cost environment. Personal circumstances matter as well. Two households earning the same income may face different expenses. Economists often look beyond dollar amounts when comparing money across different years, places, or economic conditions. A salary from 20 years ago can't always be compared with a salary of today because the value of money has changed, and so has what that money can purchase. Adjusting for changes in purchasing power gives us a better understanding of whether people are actually becoming financially better off or not. This idea applies to savings too. If money sits untouched for many years while prices rise, the number of dollars in the account may remain the same, but the amount those dollars can buy can gradually decline. That's one reason why preserving purchasing power is an important part of long-term financial planning. So, when you're thinking about the value of money, don't look only at the number of dollars you have, ask what those dollars can actually buy. Purchasing power connects income, prices, savings, and the cost of living into a much more useful picture of financial well-being. In our next video, we'll look at gross domestic product, GDP for short, and explain what it tells us about the size and health of an economy. We'll look at what GDP actually measures, why it matters, and how it helps us understand whether an economy is growing or slowing down. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Life and Money for more practical, beginner-friendly lessons about money, investing, and the economy. Thank you for watching.